talk to the widow. Hello?
What can I do for you, sir?
Oh,
Mrs.
you know,
Sanders?
just asking about your
I'm a
husband.
private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Well, if it isn't Cat.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump
Oh.
into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that
Yeah,
it's
we'll see
you
about
bumping
that.
into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable.
Oh, I
It
will.
would seem that you have much to tell me.
I do.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Ooh.
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
What all he say?
Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died.
Well, I
How
was
was he?
committed.
Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for
Yay,
your
it
kind
worked.
words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind.
Well, yeah.
I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes?
Who said it was right before
Did you
my
not
eyes?
do anything to help him?
I... We can try
It's
this.
terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired,
I don't know if
Mr.
it worked
Pierce.
or not.
I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on.
Oh, you have a
The
painting of it.
Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself,
I
if
will.
you feel so inclined.
I do.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
You're kind of a bitch. Let's get some clues.
Did she really care for him after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Oh. Reconstruct what? What are we reconstructing here?
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close.
Okay.
Friends, even? A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally."
Huh.
What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Well, we need to find that out,
He
don't
finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
What? Whoa! What the hell?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
I don't know if I want to see that thing.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
What you got?
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids.
What the hell?
Every time I shut my eyes.
Did you guys see that? The thing was bleeding. Huh. Weird.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Dang. Anything else? Before we make our way. Is this the exit? Yeah, that's probably the exit. Nope. Okay, been all through here. Alright. Hi, lady.
A
What's
strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. Strange. For
I beg you,
months,
you give
Sarah
up all
Hawkins
hope
refused to part with her painting.
of ever owning
To
this
finally
accursed
give it
painting.
away for nothing.
Forget the Shambler. What's this?
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
affect your destiny. What is this? What the hell? What the hell was that?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
Well, what
Try
do you
not
want?
to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others.
Yeah, we'll
What have
see
you come
about
looking
that.
for in this gallery?
The Shambler.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
Should we share with her?
All's fair in love and war, I suppose.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
What's this? Oh, cute. Here we go. Hold on. Do we have any? Yes, we did. 7? Jeez. All right, let's get some of this. I missed something. But, oh well, we'll figure it out. What in the hell? Oh no, get out of here.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
What in the hell is all this stuff? Oh, that's that one statue. What is all this? I don't like that there's so many of those things. I feel like I'm about to have to hide from something.
Why was he so interested in old weapons? The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
What's that? Oh, oil. Nice. Alright, let's check it out. The Shambler. Oh, what the hell? Turn around! Please turn around now! What in hell's name is this? What the hell is that thing?
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
Okay, I'm freaking out. Can I leave? Oh!
I can't even touch it.
Hide! Fuck you! Oh god. Oh god. I gotta get out of here.
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Woo! Fuck you, bitch! Oh! What am I supposed to do with the dagger?
What the hell was that? Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh. Oh, come on, hurry up and get out of here. I'm freaking out.
I can't even touch it.
No, you don't. Ah! Okay.
This dagger looks different.
Woo! Alright. Where you at, you ugly thing? Okay, I think the coast is clear. Run! 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 Fuck you! Bye, sucker! Die! Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't do it.
What's the matter with you?
Whoo! That was freaky as hell. You guys have no
You sure
idea
you
how
won't be
long that
needing
took
that
me to
hand?
figure out. I had to go
You're
through
losing
every
it, detective.
dagger.
At
God,
this
I've
rate,
been at it
you're
for like
right.
an hour.
The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Painting. Oh, it's not.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it.
All right.
From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
This symbol on the dagger, it was all over Sanders' cell. It's what protected him. It's what protected me, too.
Yeah.
If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this Shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
All right, that's fine. You stay here. I'm getting out of here. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's not good. Hello? What is happening on this island?
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
How many diaries does this chick have? The hell? Clues, clues, clues. Go back there in a second. Let's look around here real quick.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
What the hell is all that? Of course I'm gonna read these books, even if it makes me go insane. I gotta... That's a bestiary. I gotta figure things out, man. Plus I gotta build up my occult stuff.
What happened here?
Let's check it out. Reconstruct.
Let's start over. Where did they break in blood? Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Rather clumsy. Spilling stuff. What are you doing here?
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
What the... Charles Hawkins? What's happening to Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Whoa! What happened? What's going on?
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Oh, it's all distorted.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
If it finds metal, my last and only hope is that my body bones still be placed reality in order. This plane of reality in order, the following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues of the combination are to be found in the 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in Greek world. Okay. So, gotta find some cylinders.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of early age. Oh, there's a lot of
Arkham
stuff.
editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Edition. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
How many? God, for real?
cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay, that's 2, 3. I need 1. I need the first one. Where is the first? Oh, I have all 3. Never mind.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection.
But the first one, oh, the Holy Grail.
The Chalice of Knowledge. Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection?
7.
Drake talked about a particular volume. The Chalice of Knowledge.
What do you say about it?
And these red drops,
Red
like
drops.
precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Red drop.
The Chalice of
So
Knowledge.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows.
The Queen
We
has
shall
little
refuse
protection.
to be the playthings of destiny.
5, 3. 5, 3.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other
9.
Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research.
5, 3, 9.
I never tire of browsing through them.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his
5,
message.
3, 9. 5, 3, 9. Got it. What is this? Whoa, whoa! What the hell's happening? What the hell? Hello? Hello?
Dr. Colden, this man's
What?
condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
I mean, what's her name?
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy.
And what's her face?
He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do.
That's me!
Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
What the hell?
Severe
What happened to me?
malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
Am I possessed?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Yeah, he's lying.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
Am I turning into a squid?
What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's turning into... Stop turning into something!
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may
Yes.
I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Man,
Let
we
us
are just
calm
attack
down, my
him.
dear Marie.
Get him.
I don't appreciate your tone, nor your
Yeah, well, I don't
insinuation.
appreciate your ugly
I've done
face.
to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs, his body temperature. I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
Piss off,
you
buddy.
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Damn, you just threatened me? You old, ugly bastard?
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything?
No.
Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files are
evidence
proof.
Exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Oh, goody.